All right. Woo! Voice tracking. Nice. We got another radio guy here on the on TikTok tonight. JR from Alberta, Canada. Classic rock. You got to love that. That's outstanding. You know, let's see. No, I don't even know. Let's see, JR. You have all sorts of followers. You should get in. We should do a co-host one of these days. I wasn't ready for you tonight, but we should totally co-host. Would you like to co-host? I'm following you back right now. There you go. You're now followed. So now you can co-host. We can do radio things. That's amazing. I love that so much. Perfect. Yep. Voice tracking was fun. So anyway, yes, I've got a fellow radio brethren on tonight. He's hanging out. JR from Alberta, Canada. Classic rock. That's outstanding. We're going to have to get you on here and co-host this thing. Just wasn't ready for that, so never know. Maybe we'll jump on. So anyway, welcome to Randsanity. We've got Friday night. It's cold as shit in Columbus, Ohio tonight. It's like 3 degrees out. I took a little screenshot because I was like, you got to be kidding me. This is not real. I mean, I understand that, if you're in Alberta, Canada, that's one thing. But look at this. This is the temperature now, 3 degrees. And look what it's supposed to be. -7 at 4, -8 at 5, -9 at 6 a.m., -8 at 7. What the fuck? Okay, man, that's just not cool. I'm just telling you. Classic rock and more. 104.7, free FM back in the day. That's right. I love that. So yes, I will definitely co-host with J.R. Bjornson from Alberta, Canada. I love that so much. That's great. Radio guys. Perfect. Friday night. It's Randsanity. Welcome. Episode 243 on January the 30th. Headed toward February. How crazy is that? That can only mean that days are getting longer, the nights are getting colder, and at some point we will get there, I guess it was common to get let go from your job when the station was going to rebrand. Oh, yeah, that happens, man. That happens. Yep. Oh, well, that's nice to let you finish your show. We would fire people and we would not let them finish their show. No, we always did. We wouldn't fire people and do that. That's mean, man. That's mean. That's just not cool. Shit. Anyway, let's talk about a little bit some new music songs tonight we're going to check out. So here's some songs to check out this week. If you got some music needs that you want to check out some new music, here's a few that you should listen to. So let's try Die to Fall by The Maine, okay? The band The Maine, Die to Fall. It's an Arizona pop rock stalwarts, The Maine. They're back with a new single, Die to Fall. The first single off their forthcoming 10th studio album, Die to Fall. It's mercilessly catchy. So you listen to it and be like, oh, all right, get the toes tapping. It's one of those lose control of your body for the next 4 minutes kind of tunes. Jam it this weekend. Look for the Maine's new record, Joy Next Door, to be released April the 10th. Okay? New You anthem from Of My Chemical Romance by Held. It's a little bit confusing, but a good supergroup. This is one. The first taste of Held. It's a post-hardcore trio featuring Doug Robinson, Sal Mignaro of The Sleeping, and Josh Eppard of Coheed and Cambria. The band has dropped their riffy debut single, New You Anthem, which also features Frank Lero from My Chemical Romance. I mean, look, as a fan of both The Sleeping and Coheed, this straight up sounds like a perfect combination of both bands while being wholly original. Held, the new supergroup Held's debut album, Gray, drops May 15th. Okay? There's a new song by NoFX. Even though they're technically called It Quits in 2024, NoFX made a surprise return this week to unleash a politically charged pop-punk protest song against the occupation happening in Minneapolis. The song is a classic NoFX with frontman Fat Mike addressing state-sanctioned racism and violence. It ends on a chef's kiss note that I won't spoil. If you dig this tune, you feel like you still need more Fat Mike, check out the newest band, Co-Defendants, who just debuted their new single as well. Next on the songs, Look Into My Eyes by Of the Trees and Earth Gang. Okay? Renowned producer artist of Trees, Tyler Combs, teamed up with Atlanta hip-hop duo Earth Gang to drop what might be the best electro-rap collab that you're going to hear in probably a long time. The song, Look Into My Eyes, has a very retro quality about it, not necessarily in a vintage way, but it vibes in a very retro way. It feels familiar, but unknown. Sounds like it should do it. We also have Nightingale by Kink Shamer. Okay, so self-described NSFW heavy metal music, Kink Shamer appears to be fairly new on the scene. At least as far as I can tell, this enigmatic LA-based quartet has a couple 4 songs out, including their newest, Nightingale. Kink Shamer's sound is like deathcore adjacent, but it's more focused. They seem to value consistency over chaos. I'm fascinated by it a little bit, and I'm eager to see where these masked guys go to. So those are some new musics to check out. All right, so Nightingale by Kink Shamer. Look Into My Eyes by the Trees and Earth Gang. Minnesota by NoFX. New You Anthem with My Chemical Romance by Held. And Die to Fall by The Main. So there's some new music to check out. Rockin' Ohio, what's up, Nostradamus? Wow, we got all sorts of fun people in the house tonight. Rockin' Ohio, what's going on? Nostradamus, what's happening? JR, I just took that one guy to the Run Every Station on the DJ. Right. That's the way it works, man. JR, I love that. That's so fun, man. Radio guys. Gotta love radio guys. They're all the same, and they're usually good cats. I've only met a couple of really lame-ass radio guys. On a road trip once, we were down the Virgin Islands for a Jose Cuervo trip, and there was a jackass from Clear Channel. And, we did not get along at all. It almost came to blows. I just poking the bear, man. I'm like, boop, 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 boop. He like dove across the table, wanted to like breaking glasses and shit. And I'm just like, what? I can do that. I can really, really poke if I need to. Anyway, sorry, I digressed. All right, let's talk about what happened this day, history-wise. All right? Go back to 1961. We'll actually go back to 56. So we'll do Presley first. Elvis Presley started recording what would be his first album at the RCA Studios in New York City. He included the song of Carl Perkins' Blue Suede Shoes. Johnny Cash planted the seed for the song in the fall of 1955, while Perkins, Cash, Elvis Presley, and other Louisiana hayride acts toured throughout the South. Cash told Perkins of a black airman, C.V. White, whom he had met when serving in the military in Germany, who had referred to his military regulation airman shoes as blue suede shoes. So that's where that came from. Blue suede shoes. 1961, the Shirelles became the first all-black group to have a #1 song on the U.S. chart with Will You Love Me Tomorrow? It reached the top. The song peaked at #4 in the UK. In 1964, the Searchers were #1 in the UK singles chart with Sonny Bono's song Needles and Pins. The group's second UK #1 was originally been recorded by Jackie DeShannon. The song has also been covered by the Ramones, yes it has been, and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. It's true. I just listened to that today, actually. I got my end of month thing, and it said I'm in the top 0.1% of Ramones listeners on YouTube Music. Was it Daryl Parks? No. Was it Daryl Parks? Who? What? What was Daryl Parks? I'm confused now. I'm totally confused. What did I miss? Daryl Parks? No. What? Yeah. I don't know. In 1968, the Velvet Underground released their second album, White Light, White Heat. It was the band's last studio album with multi-instrumentals and founding member John Cale. Recorded after band leader Lou Reed fired Andy Warhol, who had produced their debut album, The Velvet Underground, and Nico. They hired Steve Sesnick as a manager and hired producer Tom Wilson. The album included lyrically transgressive themes like their debut, exploring topics such as sex, amphetamines, and drag queens. Lou Reed. I was looking at old pictures today, and I've got a picture with Lou Reed. He was a curmudgeon when he came and visited. Munch Bishop! Yes! Oh my God, Munch. I love Munch. Munch is awesome. Oh my God, Munch is such a good cat. I mean, I know Munch for years. He's a good man. You gotta love that. In 1969, the Beatles with Billy Preston played their lunchtime rooftop gig on top of the Apple Building in Savile Row, London, lasting for just 40 minutes. It was the last time the Beatles performed live. They played Get Back, Don't Let Me Down, I've Got a Feeling, The One After 909, and Dig a Pony. Traffic was brought to a standstill as crowds of people gathered below and watched from windows in nearby buildings. John Lennon ended the performance by saying, "I'd like to say thank you on behalf of the group and ourselves, and I hope we passed the audition." Last time the Beatles performed together, live on this day, the 30th of January, 1969. 1970, Edison Lighthouse were number one on the UK singles chart with Love Grows, Where My Rosemary Goes. The group's only top 40 hit spent 5 weeks on the top of the charts in February of 1970. Tony Burrows became the first and still the only person to appear on BBC television Top of the Pops, fronting 3 different acts in one show. Edison Lighthouse, who were number one that week, White Plains, and Brotherhood of Man. DP was a program director of TV. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Oh, that Daryl Parks. Okay, got it. Now I know who Daryl Parks is. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay, all right. In 1972, Paul McCartney wrote and recorded his protest song, Give Ireland Back to the Irish, within 24 hours of Bloody Sunday, when 13 Catholics were killed by British paratroopers. And of course, we know U2, Sunday, Bloody Sunday. That is also about said paratroopers. My picture tonight, me with Kiss. Because in 1973, on this day, after recently changing their names from Wicked Lester, that was their name, Wicked Lester, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Ace Frehley, and Peter Criss made their first appearance as Kiss at the Popcorn Club in Queens, New York. On this day, 1973, January the 30th, Kiss arrives on the scene. Outstanding. In 1975, the Bee Gees began recording Jive Talking, which became their second U.S. chart topper and number 5 UK hit. Barry Gibb's inspiration for the song came from his wife's commitment on the sound their car makes while crossing a bridge over Biscayne Bay to Miami. She noted, "It's our drive talking." Drive talking. No, it's jive talking. Come on. Crazy wives. What the hell? What the hell? In 1976, UK Music Weekly Sounds Readers poll winners included Best Album, A Night at the Opera by Queen, Best Single, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Best Band went to Queen. Musician Mike Oldfield. Female singer Maddie Pryor. Steely Eye Span. New band Rainbow. Bore of the Year went to the Bay City Rollers. Saturday. Night. Sam Lighthouse Hopkins died on this day in 1982. Hopkins recorded the album Freeform Patterns, backed by the rhythm section of the psychedelic rock band The 13th Floor Elevators. Hopkins influenced Bob Dylan, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, and REM. Recorded a song named after him on their Document album. Tiffany! I haven't said Tiffany's name in forever. 1988, Tiffany was #1 on the UK singles chart with I Think We're Alone Now. The singer's only UK #1 single. The song was a hit for Tommy James and the Shondells in 1967. I Think We're Alone Now. Oh, man. Let's went to C-Suite to Clear Channel. Yeah. Yeah. And now they're holograms. Yes, they are. They are. Radio is nothing but hologram these days. That's the problem. And it's sad indeed. Sad, sad, sad. Oh, no. In 1988, during a court case involving Holly Johnston and ZTT Records, it was revealed that Frankie Goes to Hollywood had not played on their hits Relax and Two Tribes. The court was told the top session musicians were used to make the records. Relax eventually sold a reported 2 million copies in the UK alone, easily ranking among the top best-selling singles in the UK. And I just talked about Relax yesterday because it became #1 on the chart. Crazy. Crazy. Now, these guys, every time I report on them, literally every time, it seems that it's because they are doing something destructive. Let's go down with my camera, man. This thing just won't stay on. All right. Every time I report something, it's always like something they got arrested for or destroyed or damaged or vandalized or whatever. So, who is it? Can you only guess? Unhappy with the reissue of the band's early single, Sally Cinnamon, the Stone Roses trashed their former record company, Revolver FM's offices. In 1990, they trashed the offices and threw paint all over the cars. The band was arrested and charged with criminal damage. And this is not the first time that they've trashed the record labels. I mean, every time I read something about the Stone Roses, it's always because they trashed their record label. They went to the office, they broke windows, they did this, they did this. It's like, wow. It's crazy. Now, this one's going to be a weird one. In the NME Readers Poll results, the winner of the pop personality that you would like as your doctor was won by Australian singer Natalie Imbruglia. I don't know. I'd probably rather have Liam Gallagher be my doctor, just because he'd be like, "Wanker, you're fine. Get out. Go to the pub with me now." Right? 1999, after spending 11 weeks on the chart, Britney Spears started a 2-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles chart with Baby One More Time. The song topped the charts in at least 23 countries and was the best-selling single of 1999. The song is one of the best-selling singles of all time with over 10 million copies sold. Oh, Britney. You got to love that. Just everything about Britney. I mean, you can't hate Britney, okay? You just can't. That's all. In 2000, Gabriel went on to #1 on the UK singles chart with Rise. The song uses a sample from Bob Dylan's Knocking on Heaven's Door. giving Dylan his third UK #1 as a writer. The other two songs being the Byrds version of Mr. Tambourine Man and Manford Mann's The Mighty Quinn. Come on in out, come on within, you might be let down in the mighty Quinn. 2010, Neil Young was named the Music Cares Person of the Year for his influential artistic accomplishments and philanthropic work. A string of artists, including Elton John, Norah Jones, James Taylor, Elvis Costello, John Fogerty, Dave Matthews, and Sheryl Crow, performed his song as he was honored by the U.S. Recording Academy in Los Angeles Convention Center. Neil has always been very philanthropic. That's one thing I can definitely say about that man. Every time I read something about Neil, he's always doing something good. Now, this one's fun. 2013, Mick Jagger was named the most stylish rock star of all time by lifestyle website Complex. Jagger led their top 50 list ahead of Prince, David Bowie, Kurt Cobain, Sid Vicious, and Keith Richards. Now, okay, I don't think Sid Vicious was that stylish, just so you know. Complex stated, even today, he wears silk scarves and suits with more rakish appear than most men, and he's pushing 70. That was in 2013, okay? So now he's pushing, I don't know, what, fucking 90? 2015, Marion Suge Knight was arrested on suspicion of murder in connection with a fatal traffic incident. The record producer had earlier surrendered to police after he was declared a suspect in a hit-and-run incident where one man died. Was that man Tupac? I don't know. I mean, what? 2016, David Bowie reached #1 in the American album charts for the first time with Black Star. Released 2 days before his death on the 10th of January, his highest charting U.S. album previously had been The Next Day, which peaked at #2 in 2013. Very, very interesting. You gotta love that. Good old David Bowie. I found a little side note, speaking of British artists and such. Brian May of Queen, he has said that they will refuse to tour in the U.S. this year, reasoning the country is a dangerous place. The legendary band hit the road in North America in 2023 as part of their ambitious Rhapsody tour with Adam Lambert. However, May ruled out a live return to the States anytime soon during an interview with the Daily Mail. America's a dangerous place at the moment, he said, so you have to take that into account, he explained. Reflecting on how the U.S. has changed since Queen first visited in their early days, May continued, it's very sad because I feel like Queen grew up in America and we love it, but it's not what it was. All right, so we will not be seeing Queen coming through this year. At least not happening anytime soon. Now, this I also found because I was like, wait a second, wait, what? Now, if you remember a few weeks back, I said that Poison had gone and canceled their tour. Okay. Now that was because Bret Michaels wanted like an exorbitant amount of money, like 6-1 for the other artists. Okay. Well, Bret Michaels has apparently responded to Ricky Rocket's allegation about tour payment demands. He said that he denies all these claims. He also says that Poison is still planning to do a reunion tour. The Trek will celebrate the 40th anniversary of their debut album, Look What the Cat Dragged In, from 1986. In an interview with Chaz and AJ in the Morning, Michaels was asked about the purported tour plans and whether it might happen in 2027 for a 41st celebration. We're just going to call it hopefully 40+1, Michael said, noting that the chance of the band getting a tour together this year were unlikely. Michaels went on to say that members of the band are already booking stuff solo into 27, so trying to plan a Poison tour just got backed up. He wanted to say, I'm hoping that as a founding member, obviously, there will be a great day, and I'm positive we can make this happen in 27. As mentioned, though, Michael's comments follow Rocket's claim that the band had been trying to put together a tour. He alleged that Michael's income expectations were significantly higher than the rest of the band, which put a halt to the whole thing. Again, Michaels denies this was the case. I'm going to answer that honestly. It never happened. We never got to that part of the negotiations. He went on to claim that the plan stalled long before money even came into the conversation. When you start this, they ask me to put together a solo numbers and an average. And that's the first part we turn in, Michael said. We asked what the stage is going to look like, where we're going to start the tour. I even got to where we're starting the dates. And then all of a sudden, 26, the show in 26 wanted solo answers. So I moved this back to 27 last summer. Michael contends the whole thing was a big misunderstanding. The reason it's come up for the third time, no one, even the other band members haven't commented. They're like, I thought there was going to be a 27 now. Regardless of the different perspectives in the situation, Michael said that Rocket and the other members of Poison remain friends. We're all friends. And if you want to discuss something, we have each other's phone numbers for the last 45 years. Just call me, he said. Don't negotiate on the air. Just call me on the phone and we'll work out together what needs to be worked out. We've worked it out for 40 other years. Michael's asked if he thinks Fan would actually be bothered by him making more money than his bandmates. That never came up, he reiterated. It should be a four-way decision. That's what Poison's meant to be. Finally, Michael's complimented Poison bassist Bobby Dahl and guitarist CeCe DeVille for not weighing in publicly and making things worse. He also clarified that he has a lot of love for Rocket. He's my brother, Michael said. We've been through a lot together. So, sure, Poison will be touring maybe next year. Nice. Okay, well, we're going to have to go see the Plimsouls on April 18th at Natalie's in Grandview, Ohio. So the Plimsouls, a million miles away. Let's go. Let's go. I want to be there. Yeah, right. All negotiations have to start somewhere. Yes, they do. Oh, I love that so much. I love that. Mm-hmm. No. Really, I didn't want more money. I don't know where that came up. The tour, well, no. We were going to do it next year anyway. Oh, yeah, sure we were. Oh, man, I love that. Backpedaling by Bret Michaels, ladies and gentlemen. All right, born on this day. Marty Balin of Jefferson Starship, Jefferson Airplane. From Cincinnati, Ohio, of all things. He would have been 84 today. Unfortunately, he died in 18. Phil Collins of Genesis, 75 years old today. Good job, Phil. Mark Eitzel of the American Music Club, 67 today. Bill Leverly of Firehouse, 59 today. Oh, John Forte of the Fugees. He's 50, but he just died the other day, mysteriously at his home in Massachusetts. I was looking, I don't think they said the cause of death. He just died on the 12th. So just a couple weeks ago. That's kind of crazy. Just out of the blue. Let's see, what else? We've got some actors born today. Gene Hackman, French Connection, Gene Hackman. He died of in New Mexico with his wife of hantavirus or something. I don't know. That's just some crazy shit, man. He would have been 96. He died last year. Charles Dutton. He was in Alien 3. He's 75. He got eaten as well, just so you remember. Christian Bale, American Psycho Christian Bale, 52 years old today. And Wilmer Valderrama, who was Fez on that 70s show, is 46 today. And then as far as deaths go, I just avoided them. I didn't find any that I cared to share above that. So we're not going to talk about anybody who died today. Death took the day off. Death took a holiday. The only thing I'll talk about is the dead guy named Larry King, who on this day, January 30th, 1978, started his show on radio. That's right. Larry King was a radio guy, first and foremost. Thank God, Larry King. All right, let's see. Did it get any warmer or did it get any colder? Let's see if it's any colder. We'll check the AccuWeather weather. Ready? Let's see what it says now. Weather. And the temperature is... Dun, dun, dun. Holy shit, it's down to 1. Current temperature, 1 degree. And look at those morning temperatures. -7. What the fuck? I mean, I'm not in Alberta, Canada, so sorry. And I don't know if I'm going to be outside. Oh, yeah, Catherine O'Hara. Right, she did pass away today. Catherine O'Hara, she was from Home Alone and some other stuff. That's true. That's just like today. That's correct. I forgot that. I saw that, and I was going to write it down, and then I forgot. So, yeah, that's sad. It happens. Yes, SCTV, right? Is that where she started from? Wow. Who knew? SCTV. Amazing. What are you going to do? Right? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Hi, Dan Hessler. Dr. Charles, I see you're out there. I will go with you to go see Peter Case of the Plimsolls at Natalie's Grandview, April 18th. Okay? Because I would like to see him sing A Million Miles Away. I would definitely like that. Love the Plimsolls. Now, is that copywritten? Am I going to get in trouble for that? All right. It's cold down here. My little basement studio, which is normally really warm because the heater's right there, is not that warm today. My feet are cold. So I'm going to depart and let all you fine people get on with your Friday night. And then we'll do this again tomorrow night, Saturday night in Columbus, Ohio, where it's friggin' cold. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway. I'm going to move over here. That's all the news that's fit to print when it comes to stuff that I have for you tonight. So I'm just going to move on with my life, and I'm going to go upstairs and go get under a blanket because it's damn cold, and go watch Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. That's my latest binge TV show, Landman. So, total leaf blower to clear the snow off your driveway in 1-2 degree weather. What? A leaf blower? Stop it. We're not getting more snow, are we? Please tell me no. I don't need more snow. Anyway, Damien Zex. Yes, Damien Zex. That's crazy. All right. I'm going to depart. Like I said, I'm going to go sit on the couch and put a blanket around me. And we'll do this again tomorrow, but completely different. Completely different. All right? So until then, do good things. Stay warm. And I don't know. Later Gator. That's what Nostradamus said. Later Gator. It's easier than shoveling. Yes, it is. All right. Be well. Thank you. We will, in fact, do as we do, and I will fade to